Good evening. Today I want to talk about the first results from the financial sector that have come. Remember, January, February, March was not supposed to be bad. COVID wave 1 was dying out. Economic activity was in full swing, even though February manufacturing contracted. Things were supposed to be okay. And on 23rd March, the Supreme Court said now all NPAs could be recognized, and therefore the concept of performer invoice went out of the window. In such a situation, HDFC Bank announced its results. Let's take a look. Welcome back to Be Rich. Why is HDFC Bank so important? HDFC Bank is India's largest bank by market cap. That is, the market capitalization of HDFC Bank is greater than the sum total of all public sector banks, State Bank of India included. HDFC Bank is a bank that primarily lends to India's retail elite. That is, if you have a salary, it is certain that you will have some relationship with HDFC Bank. Very few people whose credit lines are good do not have a relationship with HDFC Bank. And HDFC Bank has a very strong collection record and has been one of India's fastest growing private sector banks in the last 20 years. Of the old private sector banks that came, HDFC Bank is the best performing bank. ICICI and what was then UTI Bank, which became Axis Bank, had missteps. But under Aditya Puri, this bank never had any misstep and remained one of the strongest banks. For many years, HDFC Bank continued to grow quarter on quarter at 20%, never showing a decline. So, if there is trouble in HDFC Bank, that means there is trouble in the entire banking sector. So, what was disappointing in the result? The headlines were very good. The headlines said profits grew by 18% year on year, quarter on quarter. That is, the quarter between last year, Q4 of last year, and Q4 of this year, profits grew by 18%. That is, there's a profit of 8,186 crores this year. That was nearly 18% higher than Q4 of last year. Now, what is the bad news? The bad news is finance is a business which keeps expanding. So every quarter, you are supposed to increase your profits. Q3 and Q4, when you compare results with Q3 and Q4, Q3 results were better than Q4. Profits in Q4 declined. This meant that there was something wrong with HDFC Bank. The gross NPA in Q3 was 0.8. The gross NPA in Q4 was 1.32. That means NPA shot up from 0.80 to 1.32 of the books. The net interest income rose by 12.6% to 17,120 crores. That means the amount of money paid out as interest to depositors and the money it got by lending, the difference is known as net interest income. This is a very useful metric in measuring banks. That has gone up by 12.6%. That it is at 17,120 crores and it was 15,204 crores. This has not come because banks lent at a higher rate. It has come because what has happened is the deposits have grown by a big number. Therefore, even you look at the actual results sequentially, that is between Q3 and Q4, what has happened is the profits have declined by 6.5%. HDFC's, as I pointed out, its gross NPA ratio has gone up 1.32. The net interest margin for quarter 4 FY21 was 4.2, whereas even though the net interest income went, as a percentage, net interest margin dropped to 4.3%. So basically, what has happened is the net interest margin earned by the bank as a percentage has dropped. Deposits are up by 16.3%. That is, people are parking more and more money into bank because they are uncertain of the future. When do people put more money in the bank? People keep more money in the bank when they are not sure of the future. And most of this money has come in CASA. What is CASA? CASA is current account and savings account. While deposits are up 16.5%, this Advances are up by only by 14%. That means credit is growing at a rate much slower than deposits. That means HDFC Bank has a lot of money, is unable to find customers. It was expected because even before this happened, the report said HDFC's bank main corporate customers were prepaying high cost debt while they were finding it difficult to find new borrowers. The CASA was 46.1. That is, for every 100 rupees of deposit HDFC Bank had, 46.1 rupees came from money parked in current account and savings account, which is very low rates. Current account is 0, savings bank is 3%, against 53% in fixed deposits, which bear a higher rate. The ratio was 42% last year. That means more people are keeping money. Going by the Reserve Bank's direction, HDFC Bank's board said they will not be giving a dividend this year, and to keep the money safe, to ensure to have better capital adequacy ratio. The capital adequacy ratio of this bank is in excess of 18%. That is, for every 100 rupees it has lent, it has about 5 to 18.6% as its own money. That is, Tier 1, Tier 2 capital plus reserves and surplus is more than 18% of its book. This makes it one of the safest Indian banks, and that is why its valuations are extremely high. But what this has shown us is, while its recovery is slowing down, HDFC Bank is unable to lend to subprime borrowers. Prime borrowers are people who will never default. HDFC Bank makes its maximum money by giving loans to people on the margins. That it is not able to do because of the current slowdown. The slowdown and the pandemic has made sure even the retail customer is badly affected and is not able to repay. This means the new generation private sector banks, whose results will come following HDFC Bank, will reflect the same pain. Not only has that happened, April has opened badly with the second wave, and therefore this is going to get worse. So, the pain for the Indian banking system is not over. When the Supreme Court vacated its stay on declaring of bad loans, we expected the total bad loans to climb by 1,40,000 crores, most of it from the public sector banks. Things are looking to get worse. Thank you for watching. Be rich. It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.